Margaret.
And I'm Russ.
And we're with Michaela.
Join us in the adventure to save Africa's wildlife. So you have 6 rhino now? 5.
Do they come from just
various
everywhere here?
There are various farms all over. All of them are poaching victims.
How long, when a little one comes in, how long does it take until it's grown enough that it...
Depends, but it's generally around 18 months that you'd start to you wean them off milk, which is about the same time their mother would stop giving them milk as well. And then they've got to go on to feed. You've got to remember, Rhino calf stays with its mother for 2 to 3 years.
So that's quite a long time, isn't it?
So you've got to keep them for 18 months, and then you've got at least another 6 months where they've got to feed grass and you've got to keep an eye on them. But that's where, and there's not a lot of scientific research or any research really that's gone into the entire process of releasing rhino. You know, a few have been released here, there and everywhere, but there's no definitive, this is the weight to rehab rhino.
You just go with...
So what our policies, we've got them for the first 18 months on bottle and obviously lucerne and turf, and then we're looking for a stage 2 where we'll put them into a much bigger camp, 10, 15, 20, 30 hectares, whatever we can get, with very minimal human contact. As in human contact would be a bucky that drives up, lucerne gets thrown over the fence and the bucky drives away. The specific idea there of breaking their bond with the vet nurses or the staff that have brought them up.
Yes, right.
So to push them away from that. So
Right.
the vet nurses will never be the ones to come and feed them either,
Okay.
because the voices and the smell would be familiar. So you want to
Sever those ties.
sever
totally.
those ties. And then the idea after that is when they get to 2.5, 3 years to release them to accepting reserves wherever those may be.
Okay. And I like your concept of let's fence in the villages and the cities and let's keep everything else wild so they can do their thing.
Exactly.
Because they know how to do their thing.
Yeah, leave them alone, they'll sort themselves out. You know, white rhinos generally live on plains, nice open fields, lots of grass, so they can see each other for miles around and do gather at water holes. Whereas black rhinos live in dense bush and thick brush. It's the same reason that, white rhinos' babies run in front, so the mother can see the baby and see any threats, whereas a black rhino's baby runs behind. Because when you run through a bush and there's a lion on the other side, you don't want the baby to be the first one to see the lion. And with ours we've got, with the 5 we've got the 2 eldest boys have formed a crash. And the 2 youngest girls have formed a crash with the newest baby. Thankfully they took him in, which was very nice.
Good.
But your worry with rhino always, especially rhino raised like this in captivity or rehab, is will they understand rhino interaction? When we release our 2 males into the wild, will they understand that that's another bull's territory? Yeah. Or will that bull just come and kill them?
Right. How do they learn that? Because there's not any adults to learn it from.
There's no adults to learn it from, and that's the risk, that's the worry. You know, there's a part that says we should actually just take our conservancy, take all the rhino off and just release the rehabbed rhino and let them learn their way there. You can't do that, obviously.
But it's an interesting thought, yeah.
But it is an interesting thought, but it does create the problem of will they ever learn proper rhino behavior?
Getting the funding is so difficult because you have you don't allow public viewing, so to speak, and
of course
you can't see it.
And it is difficult to get the funding specifically because, well, it's difficult to convince people people want to pay for something. They don't want to just give you money.
Pay for something? Meaning
pay for an experience, pay to go to touch the rhino, pay to feed the rhino, pay to be involved in that. And we don't run a facility that does that. It's not what we do, it's not what we want to do.
Yeah, you basically
we're a rehab.
Yeah,
we're a proper rehab centre, and that's how we'd like to run it. It's, as I said to you earlier, not even I go and look at and see and touch the rhinos. The vet nurses run the facility, and then they run the facility, and that's that. So at the moment it's 100,000 a month that it costs us just to keep the facility open.
That's just your running expenses, not your capital, right?
No, that's no capital. No. There's no capital regain at all in this project.
Come along, join us. Join the adventure. subscribe to our YouTube channel, The Killer Wildlife. Look, the zebra, warthogs, and rhino.
There's a baby rhino over there.
Oh, look, a little one, an itty bitty one.